So we were discussing about this, right? The reusable methods we were discussing. Let's go and discuss reusable methods. And we have to understand this WebDriver utils. We have finished all this, and WebDriver utils we need to understand. So basically, different places, different methods people will use. You should not worry about that. Okay, how they are calling you can. So just generic methods, or some places they will call utility methods. Different names they will give, but you can see utility methods or something somewhere, right? Or in the package name or somewhere it will be there. That's how you can so use them. And another thing is, so this class has entire WebDriver methods. All WebDriver methods you are going to have. Again, you are reframing the methods what you learn. Individually, you learn now click, send keys, so those things. But here you can develop as a customized methods, customized click, customized send keys, customized get text. Everything you can customize in your own way, how you want it. Okay. So that is this WebDriver utility methods. So first you have to create a logger. And then, so I'm creating actions object WebDriver driver. I'm declaring JavaScript utils. So this JavaScript utils I'm using here. So WebDriver wait and JavaScript executor I'm declaring globally. So all that I'm assigning. See that the constructor I'm declaring. Constructor will initialize all these objects, right? So that's why we are creating a constructor for this class. So public WebDriver utils same as a class name and WebDriver driver. So this dot driver equal to driver. So wait equal to new WebDriver wait. So driver comma. So you are just giving the duration. So act equal to new actions of driver. So JSX equal to JavaScript executor of driver. So JS util. So new JavaScript utils of driver. So Pagefactory dot init elements method. This is the Pagefactory concept. So basically it will initialize all these objects. So this class object. That's the initialization you are doing with a constructor. Okay, for this you have to pass, when you're creating object for this class, you have to pass the driver object reference. So then see refresh. So just we are writing only one simple method. Refresh method name you have given, but you will write inside driver dot navigate method dot refresh. So get title. So you will get the title using driver dot get title, and I'm writing a logger also, return title. So it is returning the title. So string get URL. So string URL equal to driver dot get current URL. So return the URL. So public void navigate browser back. So driver dot navigate method dot back. And public void navigate browser forward. So driver dot navigate method dot forward method. So this is the same methods we learned individual, but we are putting inside the method, and you are going to call simply this method name. You are not going to write again driver dot navigate method dot forward. So that's the advantage here. This one is all the locators, but forget about you give any type and it will identify and return the by object. It returns the by object. And so if you give a string locator as a, so whatever the locator you give is contains ID. So then you are saying by dot ID locator you are writing. So like this, I have written a one locator identification, common identification, and you are going to use that, right, with all the locators. Okay, so next. What is the element? Get element. You're just getting the element, right, by giving a locator. So web element equal to driver dot find element. So the locator you are giving, the parameter I'm passing here. I'm flash element. What I'm doing? So this is the customization means. I'm highlighting that element. So flash element, what it will do? It will highlight that element. So where it is declared in the, so here itself it is there. See, public void JSUtil dot flash. So here is the flash method. You can call that flash method here. So that is the one thing how you can flash. So then you can use public list web element, get elements list, get all the elements. You get all the elements. So how can you get all those elements? That is a one. So you are trying to get a list of elements basically. It is going to give all list of elements by this method. So again, we are using here driver dot find elements by dot so what are the type you want? So you are passing that type, it will fetch all the elements and you are printing that. So is element present. So the by parameter. So try catch block driver dot find element by return true and no such element exception return false. So if this element is found, it returns true. If it is not found, returns false. So that's a is element present method. You can check it. Click method. See, I'm just passing element to this inside. See, so many things. First, we are waiting for the element to be clickable or not. Then I'm flashing on that element. Then only I'm clicking. See, this many customized functions you're writing inside the click method. So you can call that. Next, you are checking is clickable, whether this element is clickable or not. Element, wait dot until expected condition start, element to be clickable, element, flash element. So return element dot is displayed. Element dot is displayed. Next, public void send data. So web element, string text, wait dot until expected condition start, element to be clickable. So this is the element to be clickable or not, you can check it. The flash element. See, this is okay, but we are going to use mostly this one, right? Type. Basically, this is a typing. So first I'm checking whether the element is clickable and flashing and clear the content. Then you can so type it. Again, we are using here also send keys method on this element. But we are using clear method and everything and also flashing. That's a customization we are doing. Before typing, we are doing a lot of other actions on that element. This is the customized methods you are developing in the utility things. Get text. So get text, you are first waiting for the visibility of that element, then flash on the element and return the text of that element. See, this method also returns string type data. Clear text. So you clear the content, right? You clear the content. You flash and then clear it. So that's a clear text. So clear text with the backspace. So clear text with the backspace. So wait dot until expected condition start, element to be clickable, the element. So flash element, the flash that element, and while element dot get attribute of value to string content equals to empty. Then until that you keep pressing the backspace key. So send keys, you are sending the keys dot backspace. So it will press the backspace until this content is this value attribute content value is blank. So nothing is there. Until that you can do that. So you can do that. That's the backspace is used to clear the content. And we have other thing like let's see this get element text. Okay, get element text. So it's the same, right? Above one and this one. Get text. Get text. Get element text. I don't know why we have written two. Here also get text is there. Both are same. So you don't need a two. This, it's up to you. You can keep one. Okay. So not required both. Three element dot get text. This also. This also returning string type only. Get element attribute value. Get element. So these are all document comments. How we are writing document comments. Observe that. So that you can understand what are the locators, what is the exception it is going to throw, and those things you can check that. So get element attribute value. So by locator string attribute. So flash element, get element of locator, return get element, get attribute of attribute name. So it will get the attribute name of that element. So get attribute value. So get element attribute value. You have give the element and attribute, automatically it will get the, so this attribute value it will return to you. So get element CSS value. So web element string CSS property, and flash element, first flash the element, then get the CSS value of that element. So public boolean is enabled, web element and boolean enabled equal to false. Flash element, so whether that is enabled or not, you're checking. If element is not null, enable, so you're just putting element dot is enabled. Because here you declared a false. If it is enabled, it returns true, right? So automatically you are checking that conditions. So these are all simple if else conditions. So you can check if there is a decision making if you want to take. So is enabled method. So again, this one I'm calling here. Okay. So is displayed. So same is displayed method also there. Is selected. So whether the checkbox is selected or not. And then we have a check. So this check method, what it is going to check the checkbox. So that's a check method. Uncheck. You can uncheck the checkbox. You can uncheck the checkbox. So this is okay. Basically, one is the element, one is the locator base. I'm just calling that. So submit method. So what this submit method is doing here is you're clicking on the some element, right? That buttons or forms, wherever is there, that you are going to click on that. So that's a submit method. You can press the submit forms, login forms, search forms. So public boolean submit, web element string info. So you can select an option by visible text. Select an option by value attribute. See what we are passing here, two arguments. One is the element name, which option you want to select. That's the two options, two parameters you are taking. The two parameters you must use inside the body. It's mandatory. Okay, so next select option by index. First create object for select class, cell dot select by index. Get pass the index. Okay. Next, get all drop down options. See, select cell object equal to new select of this element. Return cell dot get options. Cell dot get options. So that is the this get all drop down options. So you can do get all drop down options without select class methods also. So get drop down size, get all drop down options dot size. So automatically it will give you the integer number, which is returning the integer number. Get all selected drop down options from this element. Get all selected drop down options, web element. Select cell equal to new select of this element. Return cell dot get all selected options. So public string get selected drop down value. Sorry. So public string get selected drop down value. How can you get the selected drop down value? Here also get all selected drop down values. See, get all selected options. So here the select object reference dot get first selected option dot get text method. Dot get text method. And so public boolean is drop down option exist. Is drop down option exist, web element string option to verify, and select cell equal to new select, and list web element opt list equal to cell dot get options. So for you can see is drop down option exist. You're iterating one by one. Basically, you're getting the text of each one. Then this text matches this option to verify. Then you're saying exist. Otherwise, so not exist. You're saying return the exist variable. See, one flag we declared, and that flag you are using inside. So this exist variable you're using inside. If this matches, you're setting that exist variable as a true. And if it is not matching, it will return automatically. This false will be returned to us. So any questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
Basically, we are like declaring all the methods here, and we are reusable methods, and we are
Exactly. Right.
reusing it whenever needed, right?
Right, exactly. You're just reusing, and that's it. So it is basically you have seen, right? Each method inside we are writing some more extra additional things.
Yeah.
So that really helps you to understand that, right? So the waiting also or some other methods will really help you. So that's the main concept. Other than that, nothing yet.
Okay.
So reusable methods basically anywhere wrap up on the existing one. So you can add extra for that. So that is this. Okay. Now, so let's go and understand few more methods. We have few more methods. So do's, right? This one is a fine. This one is do select drop down value. That's okay. So basically, this is list of elements you are iterating and you are selecting the given value. So that we have seen already in the beginning classes. You remember? So I don't know how many of you remember, but that's the. So I explained already that one. And next method is, so this question asked in the interviews also. So what is that? How can you select an option with an option from dropdown without select class? Then this is the process. You can use that. Okay, you can use that process. Already we discussed, and you can just write the code, same code. So select option list, right? So now select an option from dropdown without using select class. So without using select class, you're just selecting that. So how can you select? You get the list of options, and then iterate that so collection. And if option element dot get text equals ignore case, so this option to select, okay, option to select, and then so if option element dot get text so equals ignore case, so option to select, so click, so we have to write option element, so break, so then break it. So this already we have written that code, right? So we have written this code. I don't know how many of you remembered that, but that is the code we have written. Okay. So let's go and see the next one. What are the next concepts? The next method, select a option. You're giving a list and which option you want to select. So, and you're getting the attribute value and that equal to this one, and you are just clicking on that. So that's it we are doing here. And select an option. That's okay. All this get element text list. Okay. So list of elements we are fetching and storing in this collection. So basically, you get the element list, get elements method you can use, and then element text list, another collection you are creating, URL list. So at least remember a few of these things, how we are using that. Okay, so how you can use this, you can just do list string element text list, and you can each element you can add to this list. How we are adding? You're getting the text and then adding that text. So then adding that text. That's the get text method. So how you can use it. And Next one is single element exist? Okay, so only one element is present or not, if you want to check. If so, this actual count is equal to 1, you return true, else return false. Is two elements exist, but these are all based on the application, this one, but are not necessary. Okay, click by actions. So actions class we are using, okay, actions class we are using. Wait dot until expected conditions, element to be clickable, act dot. So click on this element dot perform method. You're just clicking by actions. So click by enter. So you can click by enter, element dot send keys dot enter. You can press, so that keys dot enter. Then we have a click by position. So actions act equal to new actions of driver, act dot move to element and dot move by offset dot click dot perform. So perform is mandatory, see every method after if you're using actions class, because we are using multiple methods, right? 1, 2, 3. So even you can use a build also fine, build dot perform also it works. So mouse over, how you can mouse over? You create object for actions class, act dot move to element, the element dot perform method. That's how you can mouse over on particular element. So double click. So you create object for actions class and act dot double click on the element dot perform method. So that's the advantage we here see. So these are all things you don't need to write. So just call this simple method. Right click, perform the right click operation by locator string info. Actions action equal to new actions of driver. So action dot context click. So this element dot perform method. Element dot perform method. So then select item. So right click. You right click and select one of the items. So you give the which element. So what item locator you want to select. So create object for actions class. See action dot context click on this element dot perform. Then click on the item locator. So basically the right click web element and select the option. Right click on the web element and select the option. So key press. So key press I already told. Actions act equal to new actions of driver. Action dot key down. So which key you want to press? That key dot perform method. So info. That's a key press method. Select sub menu. So menus. So already, so this is the important thing. So string HTML tag, parent menu, child menu, right? Parent menu locator by .xpath /HTML tag. So instead of this also you can put a star also, not required of this one. You can remove this, you can put a star here so that you can have only 2 parameters. That is also fine. So you get the parent element, then mouse over on the parent element, then click on the child element. When you mouse over, it will appear for you. So this child element. So that is this concept. And drag and drop. So drag and drop, we already seen act dot drag and drop. It is dragging the source into target. And drag and drop 2. So it's basically you are clicking and holding on the element and perform, then move that source to target, then release that. So this is the drag and drop another way. So drag and drop by. So act dot click and hold dot perform. So move by offset XY coordinates perform release method dot perform. So this is the drag and drop by method. And drag and drop by So another one. So actions act equal to new actions act dot drag and drop by source x coordinate and y coordinate you give automatically, it will move to that location. That's a drag and drop by. Switch frame. We already seen all these methods, and again I'm explaining this. Driver dot switch to method dot frame. So find element in frame. So find the element in frame. So frame name, by locator, and string input. So web element equal to null. So is that try catch blocks. So you switch to that element, that frame element, and get that element if you want, and you return that element. Again, select option carousel. Basically, you have a arrow marks, right? Arrow marks will be there until that element appears. You have to keep clicking on the next button, and you can do that, right? Until the element is not displayed, you keep clicking that. So this element is not appearing in the list, you can click on that. That's how you can select the carousel elements. Assert text, basically assertions. Assert dot assert equals element dot get text dot to lowercase text dot to lowercase. So assert contains text, right? So web element string text. So wait dot until expected conditions start, visibility of element. So assert dot assert true, element dot get text, you're getting the text. So here contains, you can call these methods automatically. Again, you don't need to write these entire lines, right? So this entire code you don't need to write. Just call this method, assert text, or assert contains text. Assert contains element text. So this is the how you can assert not equals, assert substring, assert text ignorance case. Ignore case means it ignore the cases. So same letter is there or not, it will check, but upper or lower case, it will ignore. Assert text not present in list. Assert text not present in list. And get alphanumeric string. So this is the code. You can just go through all this so you can understand. So get current day, switch to child window. So you can switch to particular child window using this one. So basically, if the window size is 2, while it dot has next, if parent ID is not equal to child element, this is the one by one you will iterate, right? So then switch to that child window. That's how you can switch to child window. Switch to parent window. So driver dot switch to method dot window of, you give the parent window, otherwise you can call this default content also. So switch to window, another one we have written, and you give the window count. You give the window count. If you give window count, based on the window count, it will automatically move. For example, 2 windows you have. So in the 2 windows, what you can do is, so you want to go to child window, window 2. So you get all the window IDs first. I'm storing in the array list. So array list dot get the window ID. If you give the which window, 1 or 2, which window you want to go, you give automatically, it will move to that window. That's how to switch to windows. Wait for title contains. So you can just write this code, wait for the title contains. So wait for title is, so driver dot get title you are using. So wait for URL contains. So basically, URL contains means driver dot get current URL will give you the current page address bar URL. And another thing is, wait for URL is, you can give URL value If wait dot until expected URL to be, so it is there, then return driver dot get current URL, else return null. So that is the URLs related. Yeah, so this is alert related. You can accept the alert. So whatever you want. Frame related methods. These are the frame. So wait for a frame presence and switch it. So and wait for a frame presence and switch. So wait for a frame presence and switch. Wait for a frame presence and switch. So basically different ways you are going to write the methods. Just nothing but just create object or you extend it and you can reuse them. So that's it. Other than that, nothing. Any questions before moving on to the first? We'll prepare page classes. All the page class. How to develop the page class. Still, we have half an hour. We can try that. Okay. So yeah. So we'll develop the pages. Already our website. Please open the website. So this is our website. Going to open this website. At least we'll develop the page elements. I'll show you how to develop the page elements. That's why please open all these things, so that really helps you. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move on to the first. So this home page, you can just take these elements or register page. You can do that. Okay. So register page, just do that. Because this is a very big one, we can finish this. So you have to create a class. So registration page, okay, registration or register page, okay. Just create a under pages. You just go and create. Right click. Already we created, right? We created. Okay, you have already classes. So just go and create object. Create web elements. All the web elements will create. So if not created a class, just create the class. Okay. So registration page, all let's go and do one by one. So how many elements are there? There are so many, right? Okay. The first thing is we are going to use a reusable methods of this WebDriver utils. Okay, this class. So you extend that. Okay, extends. So WebDriver utils. So import that first. Import and add constructor. So it is asking constructor. So I see I added the constructor. So I have added the constructor already. So then you can So create a logger. So we need loggers, right? So create a logger. Private logger log equal to, so log manager dot get logger. So get logger inside, you have to give your class name. So what is the class name? So registration page dot dot. So you can get class dot. So get name. So you have a get name method is there. You can just call get name method. Or this class is also, okay. So that's the one step. So import the loggers. So always you have to import loggers. So Apache POI, okay, Apache logging dot log4j. Just check that where is that. So org dot Apache dot logging dot log4j. So you have to find out the right package. Otherwise it will throw error. So don't do that mistake. Okay. See, both are so imported. Next. So let's go and identify so this heading, registration account heading. So register account header. So this is the header, right? So identify this element. So it has a H1 tag. So tag based how you can identify. So at the rate find. So we have to use at the rate find by. So CSS equal to. So you can give value, right? Directly H1. But this element belongs to which element? So declare private. So web element. What is the element name? You write register account header. Account header. Import find by. So done. Okay. Then next element. What is the next element? So like this one by one element you have to identify. So this text. Okay, this static text. So this static text you have to identify. Maybe you can take a right click and copy the CSS selector or something. So you can copy from here. You can take help from the selectors hub also. So it's up to you which one you want. Even selectors hub also will give you nicely. Okay, just take a selectors hub. See, you can get nicely. Here is the one CSS selector. So you can take CSS selector also. So whichever you want, you can take it. At the rate find by CSS equal to. See, always I prefer CSS because so it's going to be very fast. That's right. Private web element. So what is the element? Register account static text. Static text. So next, what is the element? Just go and see that. So these are the things one by one you can find out. So there is a link also, right? This link also you can identify. Register account login page link, right? That also you can identify. So inspect, and you can see you will get it automatically here. So this one, a relative X path you can use, or I want to use CSS selector itself, I will use. Okay. So let's go and use the CSS selector. You can write also your own CSS selector, otherwise copy this. That is also fine. At the rate find by CSS equal to, I'm just keeping that. So private web element, register account, login to login page link. Just login link, right? So login page, okay? Link name, exactly, login page link. Each and every element we are identifying. So just copy paste below, and so that if your writing is difficult for you, just copy paste and change your locators. Now what is that next one? So this personal details header also you take it. So right click, inspect, and you can see legend. Personal details, legend text, so that one. So even you can copy paste, right? You can copy paste. So whatever you want, I'm just copy pasting this. You can take from anywhere. So register, what is that? The element name, personal details, legend text, right? Personal details, legend text. Okay, so just write personal details, legend text. Okay, so next, so like this one by one now, first name, so edit box, first name edit box. So first name edit box, I'll use ID, so just take ID. Okay, let's use ID. First name edit box. First name edit box. Same last name edit box also, okay? So do the same, and I am using all the locators now, ID, and then for the next one, I am using name. So there is a name is there. I'll use name. So we are covering all the locators also here. Just take the name, last name edit box. So I can put, okay, last name. Edit box. So once you are so done, see a lot of elements are here. So every element you go and identify the same way. Okay, so and come back, and tomorrow we'll I'll write still more elements. I'll write. I'm just saying, no need to wait for me. You can go and identify whatever the object identification you want, but give the element name properly. Give the element name properly. So it has to go here. The order I'm just missing. Okay, next. So what is the next element? You can just copy paste because no. So already all these elements are email edit box. So you can take what locator you want to give for email edit box. Okay, I'm just giving ID again. So email edit box. Next, telephone edit box. So it's up to you what locator you want to use, telephone edit box. So you can use CSS if you want. See here, you can use CSS if you want. Great, fine, right. Telephone edit box. Fine by typo. Facts also, if you want facts also, you can identify the facts. So you have a so CSS all. So I'm using CSS. The reason is it's very faster than other locators. That is the reason I'm using. And just copy paste. So this best one is this selector sub you can use. Even real time also you can use. Nobody give objection to you. So, but in the interviews only you can manage, but this is fine. You can use anywhere. Facts, edit box. Okay. So what next? Address. So your address field, your address section fields. So we'll separate. Okay, we'll comment out this also. Your address fields. So you can use this. Find by this is the so what is this element? Okay, this your address legend. Okay, I'll just give your address legend text. Okay, address legend text. I'll just give address legend text. Address legend text. Address legend text, that is the one. And you can put company name also, another edit box. So I'm just ticking company edit box at the rate find by, sorry, CSS equal to, that's it. So private element So company edit box. Company edit box. Okay, so then we have address one edit box. So take any, so it's up to you, not necessary you have to use only this one. There is no, nothing like that. Okay, you take your whatever you want. And address one edit box. So you can put address one edit box. You can remove the icon, not a problem. Address one edit box. The name, whatever the name you are giving, that's fine. So it's your own, for your understanding purpose, you are giving this name. Properly, you have to give proper understanding purpose. So then next one thing, address to. So I can use address to change to address to edit box. Next city edit box. City edit box. So next one is postcode edit box. Postcode edit box. Postcode edit box. Country, okay. So these are the drop downs, okay. You have to identify the drop downs also. So let's go and identify this drop down. Just finish these elements, then we can wind up. Okay, so only elements identification will finish it up. Then we can see tomorrow functions. We'll write functions tomorrow. So this is a country drop down, right? Right. Country drop down. Country drop down. Then state drop down. Okay, state drop down. State drop down. State drop down. So next password section. So we can add a password section, but if you want, you can add this also. Otherwise, not necessary. You want to identify the password legend text. So you can have here, right? You have here password legend text. I can use one of them, password legend text. So password legend text. Okay, like that. So then password edit box. Let's copy this. Password edit box. So next one. Confirm password edit box. Confirm password edit box. So what is the next one? Password section is over. So subscribe section. Subscribe yes radio button. Okay. So I'm taking subscribe yes radio button. So subscribe yes radio button. Subscribe yes radio button. Subscribe yes radio button. Subscribe. Subscribe. No radio button. Okay. Subscribe no radio button. Two more elements. So we'll close this session. Finish it. Even you can close at your home also. You can finish and come back. Not a problem. Privacy policy radio button. So privacy policy radio button. Privacy policy. Checkbox. Sorry, privacy policy checkbox. Privacy policy checkbox. Last one. The last one is continue button. Continue button. Continue button. Continue button. That's it. So this page is over. So we'll try to finish one by one. And tomorrow we'll write the functions on these elements. Okay. Any questions?